Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to kill candida using keto and intermittent fasting, okay? One of the big things I see, or the big mistakes people do when trying to deal with candida, is they either use some powerful drug or a lot of different herbs that end up detoxifying them, and they get really, really sick. So that's not good, because the immune system is already compromised. So if we try to pull this candida out maybe too fast, it could really make a person really, really sick. Now, in other videos I've done, I talked about using thyme oil. I still recommend that because it's very, very safe on the body, and it actually tends to kill candida and other types of microbes. I would recommend also adding grapefruit seed extract with it, because these two will help in the elimination of yeast, fungus, and mold in general. Okay, so this is very valid. The other thing is that when people take antibiotics, what they have to realize is that those antibiotics kill off bacteria. They don't kill off yeast, candida, fungus, and mold. So they kill off the bacteria, but they also kill off the good guys, and then the yeast, fungus, mold starts growing in the body because of the lacking of the defense of the immune system. So that's one of the reasons why people get candida in the first place. They destroy the immune building properties. So if you already have candida, and the symptoms would be a whole long range of things from achiness to joints, fatigue, itchiness in the body, digestive issues, the list goes on and on and on. I'm going to recommend two additional very powerful things. Number one, we have to avoid the sugar. We want to go on a low carb diet, keeping the carbs below 20 grams per day. Okay, that's a keto program, because that way we won't feed this candida, which loves sugar. This microbe loves sugar. We want to just cut out the food, and definitely milk sugar too. So I wouldn't do a lot of dairy. So that's one thing. But the second thing I would recommend, which is the most powerful thing you could do, is intermittent fasting for candida. Now why? Because if you get your body in a state of fasting for at least 18 hours, which means that you would maybe eat at 12 and then at 5, that's a 6-hour window of eating, and then you would have 18 hours or more, you'll put your body in a state of what's called autophagy. Autophagy is a condition where the cells are recycling old damaged parts. And that's really cool. But not only that, it's dismantling and eliminating bacteria, pathogenic bacteria, yeast, fungus, mold, virus, and candida. It's cleaning it out of the cells. Intracellular microbes. It's the best way to eliminate that. And it's a very powerful mechanism to pull these microbes out of the cell and through the little garbage disposal called the lysosome. So if you have candida, you definitely need to be doing intermittent fasting. The worst thing to do is to eat 6 meals a day, because you'll never actually get into a fasting state. But people with candida usually have blood sugar problems because they think they have to, eat every hour or every hour and a half to keep the blood sugars up. Well, they have blood sugar issues because of the insulin issue and because of the microbes are creating an imbalance. So you want to do this gradually, but I put a link down below of how to do it, but you definitely need to focus on this is the most important thing. This is the second most important thing. Adding these into the mix will also speed things up. And then lastly, just realize that birth control pills can also accelerate the growth of candida, and so can cortisone or prednisone, that's a steroid or a type of synthetic cortisol. And also stress can actually make it worse too. All right? Okay, so go ahead and apply this and give me some feedback on how you do. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.